Hello, my name is Dr. Tony Page, and for the last 30 plus years I've been researching into the Mahayana Mahaparinirvana Sutra. Today I would like to speak about an aspect of the scripture which is very rarely discussed, indeed a topic which finds almost no mention amongst the various Buddhist groups and indeed in Buddhist books, and that is the Skandhas of the Buddha. What are skandhas? Skandhas are the constituents of body and mind, and they are listed as the physical body, rupa, feeling, ideation, the creation of ideas in the mind, volitional acts, wanting things, desiring things, and consciousness. Those are the 5 skandhas. Now, in the final section of the Nirvana Sutra, the final chapter of the Nirvana Sutra, the Buddha speaks about the skandhas of the Buddha, and he contrasts them with the skandhas of an ordinary unawakened being. And this is what he says. Rupa, that is the physical body, rupa is suffering, but through the elimination of this form, this body, one attains liberation, the body of tranquil bliss. It is likewise with feeling, ideation, volitional acts, and consciousness. End of quote. Here the Buddha is saying that unlike the body of a normal being, which generates pain and suffering, the body of the Buddha generates or is characterized by tranquil bliss, an utmost happiness which is permanently peaceful. No disease, no backache, no pains of the body, permanent, tranquil bliss. And notice that he says, through the elimination of this body. Here he is speaking about the physical body. Once that has been transcended, what remains is the body of the Buddha. He goes on to say the following. Rupa, again, means the physical body, is empty, but through the elimination of empty rupa, empty body, one attains liberation, non-empty body. It is likewise with feeling, ideation, volitional acts, and consciousness. End of quote. Here is a very important statement by the Buddha, which gives the lie to the widespread belief amongst Buddhists that everything is empty. No. Here we learn that the body of the Buddha is not empty. It is ashunya in Sanskrit, non-empty. And the same applies even to his consciousness. It's not empty. Finally, the Buddha says this. Rupa, the body, is non-self. But through the elimination of this body, one attains liberation, moksha, the rupa, the form, the body of the true self. It is likewise with feelings, ideation, volitional acts, and consciousness. End of quote. Here, the Buddha gives the lie to the widespread misunderstanding amongst Buddhists that everything is non-self. No, the body of the Buddha and the mind of the Buddha are stated here not to be non-self. They are the true self. And remember that the statement he has just given refers not only to the body, but also to the qualities of the mind. So whereas the volitional acts, the expressions of desire which come from an ordinary unawakened being, generate suffering and problems and pain, the acts of a Buddha's mind do not lead to suffering and pain. Quite the reverse. They lead to happiness, both for himself and happiness for all beings. And they are not non-self. They are the true self. So everything about the Buddha, his body, his mind, is the true self. And when we speak about the Buddha here, we are not speaking about Gautama Buddha, the historical Buddha in India 2,500 years ago, but the ultimate Adi Buddha, if you like, the ultimate eternal Buddha behind and within him and all beings and all things. That is the true self. And it is full of tranquil bliss, and it is not empty, and it is most certainly not non-self. So I hope that has been of some interest to you. It's a topic which is almost never raised by Buddhists. Most people are unaware that the Buddha taught that there are Buddhic Skandhas, the elements of body and mind which comprise the Buddha. But he did, and they are, and I hope that you found these teachings of value and of interest. Thanks very much for listening. I look forward to seeing you on another occasion. Bye.